Alright, it looks like there's going to be a big move for FITFI coming very soon. Let's talk about what's going on. So, at this moment in time, you can see we have flipped bearish on your EMA ribbons on the 4-hour. Previously, the uptrend was perfectly supported by them, and now we are flipping back bearish. You can see we're getting rejected, 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 and I didn't notice this till I drew it out, but you can almost see this could potentially be something like an inverse head and shoulders that could be playing out on FITFI. I'm personally, before I continue with this, I personally do not think any altcoins are going to be breaking bullish into next week, and I could be wrong on that. I don't have a crystal ball, but from what I can tell, looking at the macro markets, if we look at Bitcoin quickly, and you might be thinking, you know, what does this have to do with FITFI? I came here for FITFI, but this is very important to see. When we had the 2017 bear market, we were forming this asymmetrical triangle after coming into the all-time high, and you can see right here, well, sorry, this wasn't an asymmetrical triangle. We were forming this triangle pattern after we came up and got taken out by the all-time high. You can see blow off top, not so much blow off top, but all-time high, and then, you know, accumulation into this triangle. And as we broke down from the triangle, that was the mass capitulation. That is when the bear market was fully solidified that we were breaking down. And what I see right now is this huge wick to the downside in 2017 with a big amount of buying volume pushing it back up. And we're seeing the exact same thing right now. And I remember being in this bear market in 2017, and I remember what happened as this was getting bought up. Everyone before was, you know, people didn't necessarily think it was the bear market, but there was tons of greed coming into the markets as soon as we broke down. Everyone was like, you know, buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip. Everyone was buying the dip. Everyone was throwing away money that they couldn't afford to lose at that moment in time. And as you can see, the capitulation came and it was brutal. We also see the same amount of volume that's coming in right now in this week is almost exact to what we saw in the week before the capitulation. And bear in mind, I'm recording this on Saturday. We could have more bearish volume coming in the next day or so, meaning that this could really, really capitulate, especially if we close a weekly below 29,000, which obviously the close is going to be coming into Sunday. If we do close, we could have this type of mass capitulation event, and I do think the bottom is near, but this does mean that your altcoins are going to get slaughtered, absolutely slaughtered against Bitcoin. So you know my trading plan. I've been talking about this. If you are a seasoned veteran to my channel and you have been watching my altcoin videos in the past week, I've been talking about this. I've been posting it on Twitter, I've been posting it on Discord. I've been saying I believe these altcoins are gearing up to get slaughtered against Bitcoin. I've been very vocal on that. I could be wrong. I don't have a crystal ball. I'm just going off past trends and probabilities. And in my opinion, the probability of a breakdown is higher than the probability of a break up. But we might as well give you the potential price target if we do break out of this inverse head and shoulders. Now, if we do break out of the inverse head and shoulders, you can see this would actually carry us all the way up to 61 cent. Now, we don't have EMA ribbons loading in on the higher time frames yet, so that would not correlate to too much other than the breakdown of these EMA ribbons, but that would be very interesting to see play out. I do not think this is going to play out. I think it's more likely that we're probably going to chop to the side in the weekend, and then I believe that next week the altcoins are going to get slaughtered, Bitcoin's going to break down, and I think FITFI is going to break down massively against the US dollar and also its BTC pair. Do we have a FITFI BTC pair? We don't, unfortunately, so I won't be able to compare FITFI to Bitcoin, but as you can see, you know, since FITFI topped, it is clearly massively capitulating, and if we do come back up to 24 cent or even 26 to 35 cent, we could just be retesting these EMA ribbons, so be very cautious. You know, you could see a move up to 34, 35 cent, and you could just get a straight rejection from the EMA ribbons, and then that would basically be the nail in the coffin that we are about to move down to lower price targets. So we're in this triangle pattern right now. It's going to be very interesting to see if we do have the break up or the breakdown from this levels. If we extrapolate the breakdown target, assuming that we break down in the next you know, day or two, I feel like we'd be breaking down into next week rather than today or tomorrow. I could be wrong on that, because if we do break out sooner rather than later, the target would be very, very bearish. But In fact, the breakdown target of this would actually be in the minuses, no matter which way you chop it. So unfortunately, the target wouldn't be valid. Obviously, we're not going to go into the minuses. That would be, well, I say impossible, but you know, we've done some of the craziest things in the crypto market in the past couple of days or so, and it has actually happened before, where some commodities and assets go into the minuses. I believe it happened before with oil, which is very, very comedic, but I do not believe this is going to happen with FITFI. I believe, if anything, we'll probably have a slow bleed out, but it is something to bear in mind that this is kind of what I expect we could be doing. I do think the breakdown is more likely than the breakup. Like I said, I could be wrong. I don't have a crystal ball. I'm simply kind of reliving this past trauma of the 2017 market, and the way that everyone loses hope one day and then the next day peak greed comes back in. You know, you have capitulation events where Luna goes down 99% in a day, and then people are still saying, oh, you know, I'm going to buy the dip and make 100x. That is called greed. What happens the next day? We go down another 99%, and people are still saying, oh, I'm going to buy the dip on Luna, you know, it's a great idea. And it's clearly there's super greed in the market right now. And what we saw when there was super greed in the market last time was exactly what I saw here in 2017. And I'm telling you, the psychology has not changed, the emotions have not changed, the greed has not changed, the fear has not changed, the chart pattern has not even changed, and the 4-year cycles have not changed a tiny bit. In fact, they have changed a tiny bit. The 4-year cycle was previously from high to high 210 days. This was 204 days. So the 4-year cycles seem to have played out to the exact teeth. And in my opinion, I do think, you know, these are going to correlate to what happened. I do think this capitulation is coming. Like I said, could be wrong. It doesn't have to happen this week. We could even see Bitcoin come up to 34,000. This would mean all your altcoins would rally one last time, and then we capitulate. Clearly, you can see, you know, this didn't play out to the teeth. In fact, we actually bounced from this before on the third try, and on this fractal, you know, we're breaking below it, but this triangle from the all-time high has perfectly played out the same way that this does. So, you know, the future doesn't always copy itself exactly. It's not a mirror image, it's more of a rhyme. They rhyme, they sound the same, they look the same. You know, you call an ace, it looks like an ace, call it an ace. It does look like we are about to capitulate. So I think FITFI is going to be breaking down specifically in the next month, but I actually think that we're going to be breaking down in the next week, and I think we're going to break down from this pattern. Like I said, I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm not saying, you know, you should sell everything. I'm not saying that you should do what I'm doing, which is I've already sold all my altcoins. I've been pretty vocal about that. I said that, you know, I've said it on Twitter, I've said it on Discord, I've been saying it in my altcoin videos, I've been telling you I am full in on Bitcoin, and while Bitcoin is trading below 34,000, I am only DCAing Bitcoin, absolutely nothing else. I would not DCA anything but Bitcoin in these market phases. So before you comment and say, is now a good time to DCA FITFI? What should I do if I'm already in FITFI? I can't give you financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. That would be illegal. But I am telling you what I'm doing. I'm telling you what I'm seeing in the markets, and this almost seems to be playing out to the teeth. So be very careful trading these altcoins. In my opinion, it looks like FITFI is getting ready for that next move to the downside. So I'm hedging my bets to the downside. Let me know what you think of that. What are you doing in these markets? Are you accumulating more cheap altcoins, or are you more like me and you're being conservative, sitting on the sidelines because, like me, you've looked at a lot of these altcoin pairs, altcoins against Bitcoin right now? You know, I'll just show you quickly. If we hop over to the weekly, and it's going to be the same for FITFI. All of these altcoins look like this against their Bitcoin pairs. Everything is going down against Bitcoin. Everything is massively capitulating, apart from BNB, but I think this is going to be the next to capitulate. Gala against Bitcoin capitulating, ApeCoin against Bitcoin, looks like it's already had its blown off top and now it's capitulating. Crypto.com against Bitcoin is capitulating. Dogecoin against Bitcoin, I think we've already looked at this one, but all of them, literally all of them, are capitulating. So be very cautious trading altcoins right now. I wish you the best of luck if you're going to do it anyway. As always, Cowboy out. Hope you found some value in this video. Peace.